That dude is right.
It's recording now.
I got your back. 33 cubits of monkey wood.
It's Azimath.
I'll build a boat. I'm on a boat.
I
don't even think I have 33 cubits of monkey wood.
It means apparently
like
look like a
15.
biblical character.
Well, we decided.
Wait, could you make me a monkey wood dinghy? I'm a little short.
I think Russian politician.
You have thrust up against the wall.
Wait, we gotta have a definitive picture of Pig Nasty. By
They have me recording right now.
Oh, he's fucking biblical. Biblical.
Did they wear gold pirate earrings in the Bible? I mean, is anybody there?
They take them out to make the cap.
Sorry.
No first person witnesses?
No.
They take them out to make the idol.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit. I left my tablets in the hotel.
we decided that Pig Nasty needed to walk around with 2 iPads.
With the Ten Commandments. But I think instead of the Ten Commandments, it should be the rules of the internet.
You only need one.
You know,
what is the half-truth?
Don't be a dick.
Oh.
No, Rule 34.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping to make that a reality.
With Cliff Notes?
Is there Moses one?
Oh,
sure.
That would be hot.
But if there's not, there will be soon. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
As much as we say,
It's for me.
I said last but not least, probably the least
that's not
last. That's the only segue I had, I'm sorry. That was really fucking pathetic.
So fucking
pathetic.
Let me say,
I'm recording. You can deep throat all you want.
congratulations to our last guest, who is and will always be
the legendary Leviathan.
Legendary.
That
Wow.
sounded really fucking hot, let me say.
She said it herself.
Wait, say it again.
The legendary
LaViolet.
Leviathan.
LaViolet is Fondre's much fucking hotter half.
I don't know how she.
Look, I photobombed the wedding. I got hooked up.
LaViolet is the mage. Oh, I say the, like it's the only one, but...
Well, no, pretty much.
Kinda, yeah.
Pretty much.
And what guild do you play in?
Bound Guild on the US Stackhelm server.
And tell us a little bit about your mage. What have you been doing lately?
I just got my legendary bitches.
Oh! Wait, let's give it up for LaViolet.
Does it make it easier to violate people with a big orange stick?
I'm like violating everybody with my big blue dragon.
Y'all got the violating.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was the first one on the horde side on the US Stackhelm server, Bound Guild.
So, while we have you, LaViolet,
Sad.
tell us. Wait,
That was
what did you say? I'm sorry.
I said that's kind of sad. What happened to all the other guilds on your server?
You don't want to know.
On the US Stackhelm server.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what happened.
So tell us, LaViolet, what so far has
It wasn't me.
been your most memorable experience?
Teabagging Toady.
That's not what I was aiming for, but we'll take it! Yay!
Oh my gosh.
You know Toady doesn't listen to this show, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Not to mention, technically, if you're a girl, it can't be teabagging.
I'm a dragon.
I believe you taco stand.
Taco camping, yes. Yeah. But aside from that,
I know.
have you done anything special that you'd like to share? Maybe something that got
Yeah, but this can be
signed
uploaded
by...
right to their
Oh my god,
laptop
I've
too.
been stalking Chris Metzen since Blizzcon started last year. Got me his autograph, and he congratulated me in writing on my legendary. It was so great.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna cry a little bit.
Are you wet?
Oh my
That's right.
Chris Metzen is a sexy
Wait,
bitch.
if I didn't play the disclaimer at the beginning of the show, this show is explicit.
Retroactive disclaimer.
Yes.
And I love Chris Metzen. He's hot.
Yeah, and he really was hot. Oh my god. I got up and I'm like, only if you were bigger. I could fucking break him, I'm sorry.
She says that to me all the time.
Different. better. All right, so let's get on with the roundtable portion of the show.
I don't know. That was pretty round.
That was pretty fucking round. We've got
Covered everybody within reach.
Let's give it up for the fucking awesome people at the round table. Yes,
I'm
awesome
awesome.
people and AIE people that are still fucking hanging on and hanging out.
I think they're waiting for you to stop saying fuck so they can clean up their room and leave.
We've got it till midnight.
Midnight.
motherfuckers.
That's right.
Just saying.
I believe Dave got it till midnight.
Technically.
What time is that in Australia? Because we got witch until whatever
What part of
time
Australia?
midnight is. I hear witches in the round
I
in
believe in
the chat
Australia
room.
midnight is still time to fly.
It's time zones really fucked me up. I can't even begin to tell you.
So does math and long words.
Yeah, that's true. So let me ask first and foremost. As a math, do we have any questions from the chat channel that we need to start with first and foremost? Because this is a round table, like free balling kind of shit.
Well, hopefully people just wanted to ask questions. If they PM me, I did not get them. I'm on an iPad right now. So.
Are you logged in as yourself?
I'm logged in.
All right. People in the
So
chat
if you
channel.
send me something, just say it in
Ask
open
us questions
chat
so I
and-
don't have to think. Please.
Just give out his cell phone number and let them text you.
Okay, let's start with what I know half and Ig we're totally digging today. Let's pass it over. We got two, but whatever. What half and Ig were most interested in today was the live raid. So, no?
Oh no, I'm just looking at you crazy.
I totally don't know how to segue. I didn't go to school for this. I'm sorry.
No.
So, I'll let you talk. What did you think of the live raid? And
I was a little disappointed, to be honest. I mean, they just ran the heroics. They stream that stuff every week. I think both guilds do, if I'm not
Nothing new.
incorrect. So to me, it really wasn't all that exciting. And then when Hogger came out, they were fussing around with the camera, and you didn't even see it till the raid was 3/4 of the way dead anyway. So to me, the live raid was a bit of a letdown. It was kind of cool seeing the way they handled the strats, but like I said, that stuff you can see on their live stream like every week. Big.
Yeah, I mean, the way they handled the strats was interesting. I think how close the raid was, you know, even taking the bosses in different order and with slightly different strats. I mean, there were times where they were within, 10 seconds of each other, even like 6 bosses in. So, I mean, that was interesting just to see how kind of close those guilds are maxed up.
All right, Ig, if you want to manufacture something interesting, you're welcome to do that. But one thing...
Well, I'm sorry, Half, I just can't shit on everything like you do.
It's just surprising, being as tall as I am. I still can manage it. But one thing I did like, and that is kind of interesting when you're watching a guild of that, guilds of that caliber, is that they can do a lot of things that normal guilds can't do because they have the healing and the DPS to kind of sidestep some of the mechanics. We saw when Blood Legion was doing Heroic Ragnaros, they only had to deal with one meteor. That's pretty pimp. And that makes the fourth phase, one of the mechanics that really is troublesome for a lot of guilds, made it pretty kind of trivial. So, anyway, that's one of the things, I guess, that I found interesting.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I'm making interesting now.
I mean, just the fact that, they're pushing the DPS that hard.
Yeah.
That, they're getting through those phases and, much more quickly than the average guilds would.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, we saw it on Beth Talak, too. Blood Legion sent enough people up that they had Beth to, 50% when she dropped down in the last phase. That's ridiculous. That's pretty silly, DPS. But, it helps, too, if you can swap healers, count on a few less healers. I know when we're doing some of those fights, we do it with maybe 6 healers, even 7, depending on who we have. So having the leeway to be able to swap some of that stuff out, it helps a lot on those types of fights. But you really got to have a lot of faith in everybody doing their job.
Yeah, overall, I mean, Heroic Ragnaros, you can see it that fight. I mean, even the, vodka wiped on it.
Yeah.
It's not a fight that's even truly on par with the elite guild.
Oh, sure. It's definitely a challenge, and you know, a lot of us. I don't think I've ever sat through the whole fight all in one chunk. I'll start it on YouTube and leave and go get something to eat and come back. That's a really long fight even for those folks.
Yeah, overall I thought it was interesting. You know, Blood Legion, Horde side, they won.
For the Horde! Wait,
the
Horde.
Horde.
Horde for the Horde.
Horde.
Not horse, because that'd be wrong.
You can't hate that I'm sexy.
Let's give it up for the Horde! Yay! We
That's
like
weird.
them. Alright, there's actually a question in the chat channel. It says, how many beers are priming tonight's broadcast, and what variety are they? That's a fantastic question. I'll start with myself. Is that any surprise? I'm drinking rum and Coke of varying varieties and availability, let me say. Anaheim, come on. Anaheim's slacking. Texas, much better. Just saying.
Oh yeah, as long as you don't want to buy your booze on Sunday.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Fucking Baptist slamming us down.
As long as it's not
Just
funny,
saying.
you can get a gun with it.
That's right. If you want to buy a gun, we're your state.
Well, really, that's only if you also sign up for the optional marriage license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, around the table, we've got
Whiter's pear cider, hard cider rather.
hard.
We've got some.
That sounds hardcore.
Shop.
I hooked you up. That's right. I made a beer run for
You
you,
did hook me up. You got my wife's favorite
Andre.
beer. Thanks
What?
for helping
I can't fucking hear. I've got headset.
And we're going diet conscious Homeland beer, Bud Light.
Oh my God! After I was drinking warm Bud Light.
It's cold. I had it in the ice. That's what they had in Target. I didn't have a choice.
If I had it in ice, he means he was rubbing the ice on his nipples and then
Other
drinking
than
the
that,
beer.
I
He
think
didn't
we
mind
got
that it was warm.
fucking near beer that was left over from the AIE.
Bundaberg, Australian ginger beer.
No. Non-alcoholic.
Yeah,
It's
pretty good.
beer.
It's non-alcoholic.
Ask the Witcher about it. Superior mixers out there.
It's pretty good.
He said it was near beer. Did he lie to you?
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
It's made in Australia. Ask the witch about
Oh.
It looks like
what
a
is it
cough
called?
syrup bottle.
Bundaberg.
The bottle is.
There's a kangaroo on it, so clearly Witch should know. that
Because it's in Australia.
It's got a kangaroo on it. I don't
He does
know.
say it's rocking with vodka.
I don't know, but it's got 170 calories, which is not nearly enough to be alcohol. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to some real fucking questions. Fucking pandas. Who's excited about fucking pandas?
Wait. Let me clarify. Are you talking about having sex with pandas?
No.
Oh, all right.
Although.
Being around the pandas or playing a panda, sure. I'm good for that.
You're just helping the endangered species.
So let me ask you, half rod.
Stop playing that panda.
So is my six last.
Because of everybody I've talked to, probably you have been the most excited because
Well, there's
I sleep with you. But
there's finally a character in game with legs as short as mine and a belly as round. So I'm really fired up about pandas.
No, let's preface that with
What?
you were fucking right on with dwarves.
What?
Yeah, you love the dwarves because they were like all double lovers, just like you
But they
were.
have big feet, which is kind of contradictory a
Yeah.
little bit.
But then you got pandas.
I do have pandas. I'm excited. I'm really happy about the changes. I was really surprised that Brewmaster was going to be a tank class.
Yeah.
Did anybody else
Spec.
peg that?
Spec.
Well, tank spec. I apologize.
I called the healing
But
spec.
I'm impressed. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to go tank, healing, and DPS spec. I thought if anything there'd be a healing and 2 DPS. But that's cool. It's going to be cool having another tanking class that doesn't use a shield.
You can never have too many tanks.
Yes,
you can.
As dungeon queues can very easily state.
Well, I sure hope so, because I'm going to have to level that bastard from 1. Which is kind of a bummer. It would have been nice to have a starting area maybe at level 50, but...
I was kind of bummed that they didn't make him a hero class.
Well, no, I get that they didn't make him a hero class because he doesn't really fit into the Warcraft lore anywhere. You know, whereas
They
with
could
Death
have
Knight,
fucking fit him wherever they wanted to because it's their IP.
well,
you
they
know?
could have, but
Yeah.
but they wouldn't because of all the people, the insane people at the lore.
To
You know,
bring
I would
boring
not
logic
want to
to
be
it,
there.
I think it has to do with the fact that they're letting almost all the races except for the two new also be this class. So
Right.
that's probably where it
You're right, logic is boring!
Sorry.
Logic is boring. Yes, I concur. They've been out in the fucking middle of nowhere for thousands of years. They could have done anything they wanted to with them.
A wizard did it.
You know, the
yeah,
entire time I
after
was out
a
there,
wizard did it, that's right. Actually, that's Ulix's canned response. A wizard did it, yes.
Everything has been perfectly explained. These pandas have been living on a turtle so big that their culture has grown on it for 10,000 years. No more questions, just accept it.
That's right.
Order
yeah.
alliance.
Wait, wasn't it
Yeah.
12,000 years?
You know, what about the one thing about the entire expansion that has everyone question is, who's the fucking baddie? There is no baddie. And Metzen is like, there is no baddie. We're just going to make all warm, fuzzy fighting over this continent.
How long has the game been going on that there's been a main guy? I like the new intro that there's more of a morality overall on the game instead of, okay, here's the box for the game. You know who you're fighting eventually before the next expansion comes out. Here, there's a whole question mark on what's going on. Maybe we end up sinking the turtle. I hope so.
The issue I have with that, and this is something I've talked with a lot of people here about, is in every other expansion, we've been able to say from the beginning, this is the goal. We've had our eye on that goal from the beginning. As a raiding guild, that's been the drive. That's been what's motivated us to do whatever it is we're doing. So the fact that we don't have that goal in mind, we just have, all right, well, fuck, who's going to be at the end of the first patch?
You do have a goal, and it's to catch them all.
Yeah. Pokemon can rick my bars. I just said it.
I knew this in the chat channel is asking you, who was the main baddie in vanilla? That's a good
There was never one
question.
set.
There never
There never really was one set. I mean, as they patched it, obviously there were new bosses. But it wasn't really the same environment as it was later on.
Well,
I mean, they were building the lore of the world as they went, based upon the Warcraft stuff. They were bringing as much of that in as they could, but I think they realized that having a boss at the end, having that end goal at the beginning,